Amish homes in Pennsylvania sit through the same brutal summer heat as every other house in the region, and most of them never run air conditioning. Not because they suffer, because they fixed it with a $4 trick that drops indoor temperature by 15 degrees and keeps it there all day. The $3,000 figure in the title is what the average American household spends running central air conditioning through a full summer. That number comes from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, and it accounts for both the electricity cost and the wear on the unit that shortens its lifespan. The Amish fix costs $4 once and works every summer after that for free. Here is how a hothouse actually works, because once you understand it, the fix makes complete sense. Heat does not float randomly through a room. It enters through your windows and roof during the day, gets absorbed by your walls, floors, and furniture, and then radiates back into your air all night long, even after the sun goes down. This is why your house is still hot at 10 at night, even though it has been dark for hours. The heat stored in every surface is still releasing. The Amish approach attacks this in two phases. Phase 1 happens during the day. Close every window on the south and west side of your house by 10 in the morning. These are the sides that take direct afternoon sun, and they are the main entry points for heat during peak hours. Draw the curtains or hang a blanket over those windows. A single west-facing window receiving full afternoon sun can raise the temperature of that room by 8 degrees on its own. Blocking it costs nothing and takes 30 seconds. On the north and east side, leave windows cracked during the morning while those sides are still shaded. This is where you want a slow trickle of cooler morning air coming in while you are blocking heat on the hot side. Phase 2 is where the $4 comes in. Take a spray bottle of water, cost around $2 at any dollar store, and a box fan you probably already own. Hang a damp cotton sheet or large towel in front of the open window on the coolest side of your house. As the breeze moves through the wet fabric, it drops 4 to 6 degrees through evaporative cooling, the same process that makes sweat work on your skin. The incoming air hits the damp cloth and arrives in your room measurably cooler than the outdoor temperature. If you want to amplify this further, fill a shallow tray or pan with ice water and place it directly in front of a box fan blowing into the room. The air traveling over the cold water surface drops several degrees before it reaches you. This is a swamp cooler in its simplest form, and variations of it have been used in hot, dry climates for centuries before electricity existed. The third piece is the night flush, and this is the part most people miss entirely. Between 10 at night and 2 in the morning, the outdoor temperature in most American climates drops 15 to 20 degrees below the daytime high. Open every window in the house at this point. Open interior doors between rooms. Run a box fan in an upstairs window facing outward to pull hot air out through the top of the house while cool air flows in through lower windows on the opposite side. Hot air rises, cool air sinks, and with the right setup you can drop your indoor temperature by 10 to 15 degrees in under 2 hours. Then close everything up an hour before sunrise, before the outdoor temperature starts climbing again. You are trapping the cool night air inside and starting the next day with a house that is already 10 to 15 degrees cooler than it would have been. That lower starting temperature means the afternoon heat takes much longer to build to uncomfortable levels, which means you can often get through an entire hot day without any mechanical cooling at all. Old Amish farmhouses were built with this logic wired into every decision. Wide covered porches shaded the walls through the hottest afternoon hours. High ceilings gave warm air room to rise above the living level. Windows were positioned on opposite sides of the main rooms to create natural cross-flow. None of it was decoration. Every element was a passive temperature decision made by people who had no other option and had to get it right. You have those same options. The spray bottle, the damp sheet, the window sequence, and the night flush together cost $4 and 15 minutes to set up. Do all three tonight and check your indoor temperature tomorrow morning before you open anything. The number will be different. Subscribe, because the next video covers the one specific window placement mistake that cuts this method's effectiveness in half, and most houses are making it right now. Tell me in the comments what your indoor temperature is when you wake up on a hot morning, because that number tells me which part of this system will make the biggest difference for your specific house.